Hey guys, welcome to another special episode of the podcast. I am
3 weeks in a
Matt. I
row.
have Bryce here, and then we are joined by a special guest. This is our dad. So we're going over a little bit of a fun episode since once again the sports world's been a little moot besides the NFL. We're going to go over what the playoff picture looks like and what we think is going to actually happen. What I want us to do is I want us to start talking about the number one seed on each side. We'll start in the NFC because the AFC is a little bit more intriguing. We'll start at the NFC, and then basically these two are going to go back and forth saying who they think is going to win each game all the way until the Super Bowl. I think it's best if we let our guests start first. So we're going to go with the 5-4 matchup. We have the Seattle Seahawks going to Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I see. I definitely see. I mean, Tampa. I don't know. Tampa's been disappointing. They started off really hot, but I think Seattle is just peaking right now. And I think, and this is the matchup we're going to see. I see Seattle taking this. I mean, they played great defense. Sam Darnold is figuring things out. I mean, really just playing well. We'll see. I mean, with Baker Mayfield, you never know.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, but I just don't see. I see Seattle winning this game.
And I will be writing these down so we can keep a track of who has what matchups happen. Bryce?
I mean, this picture is kind of speculative because the real team that's going to make the playoffs out of the NFC South isn't even in this, the Carolina Panthers. So I'm just going to go as the Carolina Panthers versus the Seattle Seahawks, and I'm going to say the Carolina Panthers are going to beat the Seattle Seahawks right now,
All
present
right.
moment.
All right. That's an interesting one because we were going to talk about potential matchups. Next up, we have San Francisco versus Philadelphia. San
Yeah,
Francisco.
I know right now people are real down in Philadelphia. I just drove home and listened to all the sports radio, and the world is hating on Jalen Hurts, and everyone is just cannot stop dumping on that guy. I still think when the time comes that this team is going to step up and play well. And that much as I like Brock Purdy, I'm a bit of a Brock Purdy fan. I still think Philadelphia takes this game.
All right.
Yeah. Um, I everything you just said to the T. There's a reason why this team has been to two of the last three or two of the last three Super Bowls, not just NFC championships, Super Bowl games, and there's a reason why they blew out the Kansas City Chiefs last year because this team is still just that good. They had a bad night last night, and
Yeah.
their problem is their offensive coordinator. As Kendall has been saying this entire year, whatever Kevin Patullo, he's so bad I forget his name all the time. But yeah, as long as this team is healthy, they will always be the threat to come out of the AFC or NFC. I said this before. Until they're eliminated, they will be the threat in the NFC.
All right. So we have you both picking Philly. Right now, we are looking at a seven-seeded Bears heading to a two-seeded Packers.
Yeah, I don't think there's any shot. I think the Packers. I mean, they owned them. They've owned the Bears, and I think there's nothing changes. I mean, the Bears are improving. I think if you're a Bears fan, I think you're liking what you see, and I think that they'll be a team to reckon with for the future. I just don't think this is the year.
All right. So at the end of round one, we
Wait,
have
hold
Oh,
on. I
that.
Bryce, you
haven't
didn't
done.
pick.
Sorry.
Bryce didn't
For
pick.
some reason, I
I
forgot.
mean, to be fair, the Bears have to fend off the Lions for the 7th seed right now, which the Lions, after their game last Thursday, look like they should realistically be in the playoffs because they just absolutely dominated the Cowboys, who you and I both thought were going to be a legitimate team the last 4, 5 games of the season. So I don't even think the Bears make the playoffs with 9 wins right now. I think that there's a scenario where the Lions make the playoffs, and I think it's realistic to say that the Bears won't make the playoffs. That being said, I still think the Packers come out of this, and they're going to be one of the 3 teams to beat in the NFC.
All right. Well, since you both have different second round matchups, what we're going to do is we're going to go one by one with your matchups. So, Dad, you had the Seahawks at the Rams being our next matchup. Who do you think comes out of this one?
Yeah, I think the Rams. I think the Rams are gonna. I mean, these are two teams that know each other really well. But that being said, I think the Rams beat the Seahawks. I mean, they're when they're on. I mean, they can beat anybody. I mean, they are the best. When they're on, they're the best team in football, no question. But unfortunately, Stafford is an amazing player. I think everything I'm hearing is that he's going to be the MVP this year.
Most
Should
likely.
be.
Um, But yeah,
in
but I mean,
theory.
I mean, the only shot they have, I think, is him having off game like he did against Carolina. If he's on, there's no way they don't win this game easily.
I agree wholeheartedly. Bryce, you have a surprise with the Panthers facing the Rams. Either way, it's someone's going to
Ooh,
travel to
a
LA.
rematch in LA.
And you just said the Carolina Panthers. The last time Matt Stafford, one of the few bad games Matt Stafford has played, is against the Carolina Panthers. And oh, funny, I have them playing the Panthers again. So that being said, I think that we are going to see another upset because they did it once already. They're going to do it again in the playoffs. Beat the Rams to go to the NFC Championship.
Interesting. Well, you both have an Eagles at Packers matchup. Dad, what do you start us off with? Who is the winner of that game?
I think the Packers. I think they're like the Rams when they're on, they're on. I think they are the best team. They're when they're on, they're one of the best teams in football. I mean you can see a fluke game like we saw when we were in person, and but for the most part, I think this team is on. They're on.
All right, Bryce, who comes out of the Eagles and Packers matchup?
I just have to say that fluke game that you guys saw was against the Panthers. By the way, the Panthers are causing everybody's fluke games, just so you know.
Yeah,
Next we
agreed.
have I think the Packers, like you said, are the are the, they're one of the most unstoppable teams in football right now. And the Rams and the Packers are the two most unstoppable offenses in the NFC. So I do think the Packers end up going to the NFC Championship in a close
So,
game, but it's
so you guys, Dad, yours makes a lot of sense. Bryce, yours is a little wild. In the NFC Championship, we have Dad predicting a Packers going to LA. Bryce, you have the Panthers traveling to Green Bay. Dad, who do you have coming out of this game?
I think the Packers. I think this team. I mean, they run the ball well. They do everything well. I think they're well coached by a very handsome Matt LaFleur. Uh, um, I'll tell you that story later on. No, but I think they're well coached. I think, and yeah, I think I see them going to the Super Bowl.
Dad, I love your analysis. I can see the most devious look on Bryce's face, and I think we both know his answer here. Hey, this is only a limited amount of time. You want to give us your answer?
so
I'll write the
this is
Panthers.
another rematch already, and this team already beat the Packers without a healthy Bryce Young in Green Bay. Guess what? They're going to Green Bay again, if this is the scenario, and they're going to beat the Packers again, but this time it's going to be a larger margin of victory than 13-10 that they had before because Bryce Young wasn't healthy. Bryce Young's healthy now. The Panthers would blow out the Packers in this situation to get to the Super Bowl.
So,
Bryce, I'll say this
guys,
right now: if the Packers end up playing the Panthers in Green Bay for this NFC Championship game, I will go with you.
I will 100%
I
come
don't
with
know
you.
if I, no, I don't know. I don't know if I want to sit in Green Bay in the wintertime. I'm not
That's
sure.
true
I
in
don't know.
January,
That's
perhaps in
true.
February. So,
Yeah.
Bryce, you have picked the Panthers to be your NFC champions. Dad, you have the Packers. Now it all comes down to who they're going to face. Somehow I feel like Bryce is going to find a way for the Colts to slip into this. Number one seed in the AFC is the New England Patriots, but
No,
No,
might
it's
be faced.
Denver.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
Oh, I
it's
got
Denver.
Denver.
Yes,
that
Denver.
wrong.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, it's
Thank you for
Denver.
seeing that. So, depending on who faces them, will be depending on who wins this game. We have the number five LA Chargers heading to the number four Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah. I mean, when they faced each other last time in LA, obviously the Chargers easily handled the Steelers. Sorry, Pittsburgh Steelers fans. I think the same thing happens. I think the Chargers, they can beat anybody. They can beat anybody in football. They can also lose to anybody, as we saw in New York. But I think the Chargers go. I think Pittsburgh will be a tougher out this time. I know the only thing that scares me a little bit is they do struggle to travel. They've had some struggles traveling, unless it's to Brazil to face the Chiefs. But I think they're going to beat. I think they'll beat the Steelers in Pittsburgh.
Bryce, what is your outcome for this?
I think you just spoke the words right out of my mouth. I do think that the Chargers win. I think that they're going to have a tougher time because, unlike what you said, I think Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs is another animal, and that is the Chargers. If the Steelers have to get to the playoffs first, They have to get to the playoffs first. But I think if the Steelers get to
Yeah.
the playoffs, Aaron Rodgers is going to be a tough out for the Chargers. But I do think in the end the Chargers pull it out.
Yeah, it's true because it could end up working out where the Ravens slip into that
Yeah.
spot. And if that's the case, I hate saying it, but if it ends up being the Ravens, I don't know if I'll take the Chargers
Yeah.
over the Ravens. I think of the Harbaugh Bowl, the
I don't
John
know.
always tends to no, I don't know. I mean, the Ravens are
The Ravens
they're
are
not
not
the
The
Ravens
Ravens are
are
struggling
like the
weird
Chiefs.
this
They're
year.
not themselves. They
very much.
really are. They've looked. People talk about the Lamar being out. Well, he's been back, and they didn't look. I watched a game on Sunday. He screamed and yelled about all the refs, but it was on him. I mean,
Yeah.
and I'll tell you something right now. I don't know
I
if anyone else has
mean,
watched
the
it.
call at the
He looks
end.
slower. I don't know if you've noticed this. He looks slower. Lamar
He's
Jackson
significantly
was
slow.
insanely fast his first couple of years, and I saw him scramble multiple times. He does not look like himself. He just
No, not
doesn't.
at all.
I don't think he's fully healthy still. I don't.
Right, exactly. So
I don't
he's
think he's
he's
fully
not a
healthy
full
still.
Lamar Jackson right now. And Derrick Henry, I'm sorry, time is catching up with that guy. There's a reason why they've been running the other guy a little more. Kenya, I think.
Oh,
I mean, he's still second in rushing in the NFL.
Yeah, but he's not the threat he used to be.
right. So this
Ironically, the
next
1 and 2
matchup
leading
is
rushers
something that I
for
think might be a
Buffalo.
lot of fun for us to watch if it ends up being the case. We have a number 6 Bills heading to Jacksonville to take on the number 3 Jacksonville Jaguars. Do you guys, either of you, see this number 3 seed changing at all? And if so, who might it be?
I think this team. I think the way you see it is how it's going to work out. I think because I think Jacksonville right now. The only thing a shot I could see is maybe Houston taking that spot. That's the only thing I could see. Sorry, Bryce. I think the Colts are. I don't think the Colts have a shot. I mean,
Philip Rivers isn't going
you
to
can
do it for
bring
him?
Philip Rivers in. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, Philip Rivers 5 years ago, maybe, but not now. And I think Buffalo takes that. I think Buffalo. If Buffalo ends up facing Jacksonville, I think they take it.
Yeah.
If Buffalo faces the Texans, that's a tougher one. That'll be a slugfest. That being said, I believe in Buffalo. I think Buffalo ends up beating whoever they face.
I agree. Bryce,
It's
who do you have
definitely going
taking
to
the
be
lead
an
here?
it's definitely going to be an easier path to the AFC to the Super Bowl through the AFC than it has been before because Kansas City QB number 15 will not be in it,
Potentially will
but
not be in it. We can't
potentially will
say
not
for
be in it.
sure.
But I do
Matters. By the
think
way, I don't think it matters if Kansas City is there. I know. I
I agree.
know.
it
I
doesn't.
think it's time to
Regardless, it
stop
really
this
doesn't
idea that Kansas City is
because there's no
unbeatable,
way in
or
hell they're going to get
that
the
we're
one
going to.
seed.
I mean, from what I was seeing, I mean, supposedly Kelsey and Mahomes aren't even on the same page anymore. I mean, they're like
Yeah.
there's problems. I mean, Kelsey needs to hang it up. That's the story for a different day.
Regardless, I think the AFC is either going to go through New England or Denver because there's no chance in hell that Kansas City gets the number 1 seed right now if they make the playoffs, and they don't do well on the road in the playoffs. They don't.
The only team I could possibly see overtaking them is right now is Houston. I actually put Houston over Jacksonville in that in my opinion.
Yeah.
Bryce, who do you think takes this game between the Bills and the Jets?
If it truly is Jacksonville and Buffalo, I do think Buffalo wins pretty soundly.
Wow.
Although
So two upsets.
Trevor Lawrence's last playoff run was pretty decent, but I don't. He didn't face anybody like Josh Allen
He
in the
he
playoffs.
faced
He
a
didn't. He
he
didn't.
faced the what's his name? Oh shoot, who's the
Brandon,
really
the Brandon
diagnosed
Staley
Brandon
led
Staley led
Chargers
Chargers? So I think
with no
it's a
running
very
game.
different matchup in a Sean McDermott and
Yeah.
Josh Allen matchup.
Yeah.
Oh
So
yeah.
Yeah. This is the best quarterback he will ever have faced in the playoffs.
he faced Mahomes.
I
Whatever.
said what I
He
said.
did
So
face Mahomes. He did face
the
Mahomes.
next matchup we have is the number 7 seeded Texans versus the number 2 seeded Patriots. Is there any changes you might have here, or do you think this is a matchup that's probably going to be seen?
Well, again, if this ends up being Jacksonville, I think I could see New England taking this game because I think New England is solid. I mean, I saw this really funny thing where they were showing like New England's schedule, and it looked like basically the top 10 picks in the draft. They
Oh,
haven't really faced anybody this year. I mean, they've played well against the
Yeah, we had the
Buffalo,
third place
but
schedule last year.
yeah, they have a terrible schedule. That being said, if it ends up being Jacksonville, I think New England wins. If it ends up being Houston, I've
Yeah.
watched Houston the last couple of weeks. They look like they
Yeah.
they're scary. That's a scary team. They play great defense. Stroud is playing well. Yeah, I bet if it ends up being New England, I think it's Houston.
all right. Houston,
Yeah.
you have the number 7
I
seed winning that matchup.
Yep.
yeah.
In fact, we have
It's
the, we have
tough.
all the road teams winning in the first round of the AFC.
Wow. All
That's
right.
how I have it. Yeah.
Big one.
Well,
Why
it's because
can
the winner,
why does
the
this
guys.
why
What?
does this game have to happen? Why? Why? Why does it have to be two teams I hate?
Sorry, I'm trying to do
Why?
the
Okay.
eating. So we have oh, Wow.
I
All
think
right, that's
I
insane.
unfortunately have to go Houston. Unfortunately,
Sorry, I am now writing up the. So, with those major upsets, you both have the Texans heading to Denver. Dad, you want to start us off with that?
Oh, the Texas. Oh, yeah, I
Texans,
have the
Houston, and
Chargers in
Denver.
Denver. No,
Was
no,
that,
it would be the
well,
Chargers in Denver.
well, no, because if the Houston Texans won, they're the 7 seed.
Oh, okay, okay. That's tough. Texans in Denver. I'm gonna go. The problem is to be in Denver. It's gonna be cold. It's gonna be cold. It's gonna be unpleasant.
Houston plays in a
That
dome.
yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta. I kind of gotta go Denver. I hate saying it. I mean, Houston right now is amazing, but I've never really seen them do well in the cold. So I don't know. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Denver.
Denver. All right, Bryce. It might have to kill you if you. It might kill you if you have to say the Texans here.
I, I can't. The Broncos are just too good right now. There's a reason why they're the number one seed, and their defense might be the best in the league. And they don't have PS2 right now. They're just unstoppable. This defense is. You can't score on them. And this is Houston cannot. They've had problems scoring the football, scoring on offense, and this is a team that just eradicates any chance of offensive scoring. Is Denver?
So right now we have the Denver Broncos singing the AFC Championship, but who will be facing? We have the 6 seeded Bills heading to the 5 seeded Chargers. Dad, you want
Yeah,
to?
I love my Chargers. I do love them. I mean the Chargers, can they beat the Bills? Yeah, they definitely can. I think they can. That being said, I think the Bills take this one.
Yeah.
So Bryce, do you also agree the Bills take this one?
I think so too. I do think the Chargers are talented enough to beat the Bills, but we see Josh Allen might be the best quarterback in the playoffs this year. He might be.
Yeah,
And we've seen him put on some absolutely historic, legendary performances in the
yeah.
playoffs over the last 5 years. And I don't see this stopping. I think Josh Allen will put an absolute show on against the Chargers in Buff or in at SoFi Stadium.
So
I
here's
don't
the
know. I think it'll be close. I think it's gonna be close. I don't foresee a blowout. I think
I don't
it'll
think it
be a
will either,
slugfest.
but I think it'll be a
Because the Chargers
uh,
defense is pretty good. The Chargers
yeah.
defense is, I mean, no, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough to stop Josh Allen. He's just
I
so
mean, Josh
amazing.
Allen has put up monster numbers on legendary Kansas City defenses. So, and I don't
True,
think this
true.
Chargers defense is as good as any of the legendary ones he faced.
All right. So now out both of you have your AFC Championship game being the Bills heading to Denver. Who do we have coming out of this here? Dad, do you want to start us off?
Yeah, Buffalo. I just think Buffalo. I think Denver, kind of like the Bears. I think Denver will have their time. Unfortunately, I mean, Bryce. If it kills Bryce to say the Texans, it kills me to say Denver. I hate Denver. I've hated Denver longer than I've hated Kansas City,
I
and
hate
seeing the
Chicago.
Broncos be good is horrible. That being said, I think Buffalo takes this game.
Bryce, what are you thinking?
Oh, trust me, it pains me to see the Jags and the Texans be as good as they are right now, especially when Indy was the way they were at the beginning of the year, that they were all just good at the same time. But I do think Buffalo wins, and I do think Buffalo has beaten legendary teams on the road. Josh Allen has put a show on legendary defenses on the road, and I don't think it's going to change, and I do think the Bills make the Super Bowl.
All right. So have both of you have the Bills winning your AFC Championship, which means my coworker Ian would be very happy. But for the more normal Super Bowl, we're gonna start with you, Dad. You have the Packers facing the Bills. Jordan Love versus Josh Allen.
So
Mike Parsons.
I had this in the beginning, I kind of that's why I said to you earlier, you're gonna be surprised, you're gonna be happy.
I'm happy.
This is tough. I mean, I kind of I'm gonna go Buffalo.
That's
I'm gonna go
fair.
Buffalo, but I think it'll be tight. I think it'll be a tight game. I don't think
That's fair.
I could go either way. I really could. This one I could go either way.
Ian's be very happy. Bryce, Go ahead and say who you think it is.
This would be another potential rematch. We saw what happened last time that the Bills and the Panthers faced off earlier this year. The Bills absolutely pooped all over them. That being said, the Bills
Oh my gosh.
are going to be the Super Bowl champions. I think it's finally time for Josh Allen to actually get a ring. He's deserved it after his MVP year falling short, after the year before falling short, and then the year before falling short in the AFC Championship
Um,
again. It's finally time for Josh Allen to get the ring that he
yeah,
ever so gracefully deserved.
he is starving, so you know.
Hey, I like that. All right. So after our playoff predictions, we have both of you taking the Bills as your Super Bowl champions. You guys want to see who you think might be the Super Bowl MVP?
I mean, it's Josh Allen,
It's
and
Josh
I
Allen.
mean, I don't see. I mean, they don't have a lot of great offensive weapons on that team. I mean, Cook is good. I mean, that he's the only other guy on the team who might you might see, unless we have some weird thing where Micah Parsons goes insane and well, I'm sorry, that's the wrong side. That's the wrong side of the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's really nobody. This Josh
Unless
Allen,
Joey Bosa goes absolutely nuclear. That's what you're saying.
Joey
That would
That's
be
goes
Bosa. I
that'd
absolutely
be
watched Joey
fun for
Bosa.
you.
Yeah,
At least you can see a
uh,
former Charger win a Super Bowl.
I like Joey Bosa. I can see that.
He's a
I'd be
likable
happy
guy.
to Josh Allen. I'd be happy. I'm rooting for Josh Allen.
I will
yeah.
say if it's not the Chargers or the Packers, I'm very, very much pulling for the Bills here. I think the Bills are the most fun team in the AFC, and I think
Mhm.
they're the team that people kind of want to see get over that hump the most. After losing four straight Super Bowls, it's almost time. And
Mhm.
so here's a question for you guys, since you have a little bit of time. Do you think if they win this Super Bowl, this makes Josh Allen the best quarterback in Bills history?
I think
No,
so.
No?
no,
Still Jim
nope.
Kelly?
Oh yeah, Jim
I
Kelly.
mean,
I mean, four straight Super Bowls.
yeah.
I mean, it's hard. It's tough. It's tough because Josh. I've watched both players play, and you know what? After I think about it, yeah, I think just because Josh Allen has that ability to take over games. I mean, Jim Kelly, I mean, he was a great quarterback, but he also had Thurman Thomas. He had Andre. I can't remember
Andre
his name.
Rison. Andre
Andre
Reed.
Reed.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a hell of a defense. I
Bruce
mean, Josh
Smith. They had
Allen.
Bruce Smith,
Yeah,
the
Bruce
all-time
Smith.
sax
I mean,
leader.
but I'm saying that. Yeah, I think Josh Allen has that ability just to take over a game. I mean,
He's
that's
had
something
to.
that
He
you don't.
has to.
Yeah, he does. I mean, people talk about Lamar Jackson, but his multifaceted ways. Josh Allen. I mean, this last weekend they were losing, and they were on their way to losing that game, and he took over the game, and that's something you don't see often in football. You don't see one player
You
who
don't
will
see
literally take
LeBron
over.
on the football field. You don't
No,
see
you don't
LeBron
see
on the
players
football
who
field,
just
and
take
that's what
over
we're seeing.
games. Yeah,
Yeah.
Josh Allen can he will take over a game, and I think yeah. So if they win, I think he's now. To be honest with you, I think
I
even
think he is
regardless
now.
of
Yeah.
yeah, I think and when it's all said and done, I think he'll be the greatest Bills quarterback. With Jim Kelly is obviously an honorable mention, of course.
Yeah.
But
I think
Of
he's
course.
number two because Josh Allen and outside of Josh Allen and Jim Kelly, who else really is there? You can what the
Jack
three
Kemp,
years of the 3 years of Drew Bledsoe? Are you gonna
Tyrod
no? Are you
Taylor,
gonna count Tyrod Taylor, the last quarterback that
Jack
ended their
Kemp.
playoff?
Jack
Jack
Kemp. I don't even
Kemp.
know who that is.
Yeah, he's a old timey quarterback.
But yeah, no, I do think Josh Allen. You're right.
All right, I have a question
We
for both
don't
of you
see
guys. I have a
LeBrons in the
question for you.
NFL, but we
What
are.
is your
And
what is your if you're looking at this bracket, what would be the shocking Super Bowl based upon what you see here?
Shocking
The
Super
shocking,
Bowl. I
what
would
year?
yeah,
say Jacksonville and Tampa Bay,
yeah, an all Florida Super Bowl.
Florida.
That,
Either that or an
what's
all Pennsylvania.
the Super Bowl that has our commissioner like weeping? Oh no, please don't. Tampa
Hmm.
Bay, Jacksonville, they would
Well, no,
cry.
it's already
Or
going to happen
Philly,
because Kansas City's
Jacksonville.
not in there. Kansas City's not in there, so it's
Oh, I
already going to
know.
make them
Yeah. No, I
happy.
think no. You're wrong because I'm telling you right now, when the Patriots were winning all the Super Bowls, there was a lot of like disinterest when the Patriots were made. Trust
That's
me,
true.
I don't. People talk about being stacked and everything. No, they don't. They don't want Kansas City in the Super Bowl because
I
people
think
will lose interest.
I think either San Francisco or Philadelphia because we've seen it over and over again over the last 5 years.
Yeah,
Both of
people
them
want to see
having
some
at
different
least two
blood. They
Super
want to see
rings.
different blood.
Yeah, like Green
For
Bay
Yeah,
would be cool. I know you hate it, but
look,
Chicago would be
look,
cool. Detroit would be cool. The
the
the Rams,
27
the
the 27
Bengals.
thing's weird, right? With Green Bay,
yeah,
27 is when Brett Favre won his first Super Bowl. 27 is when Aaron Rodgers won his first Super Bowl, and Jordan Love just turned 27.
yeah,
I actually had the same bracket as you, Dad, but I have Green Bay winning just because of the 27 thing.
yeah.
And the Packers.
And he's still in Toyota Thon right now.
It's
So
Toyotathon. He's going to take down the Bears again. And oh, you know what? Denver, they're facing Denver this weekend, which is a big matchup for them.
Yeah, which we're gonna get to in the other episode.
But this was a much quicker episode. Once again, not much going on in the sports world besides the NFL kind of dominates
There's a lot
everything.
of baseball stuff right now, so
College football has some cool stuff going on, but
there's a
that
lot of
was our
outrage there right now.
a
Oh
lot.
my God. I mean, that's that whole Notre Dame thing.
Wait,
I'll
Notre
tell you
Dame
one
should
thing.
have
That's
win.
gonna,
Notre Dame didn't have the wins to make it. They lost to Miami.
Who
well,
was in, but Miami lost worse
no,
games.
Bryce, you've been happy. I'll tell you why you've been happy because when they had the Notre Dame GM on or whoever the guy is, he wasn't complaining about Miami. He was complaining about Alabama. Why Alabama is
Yeah,
in there is
Well, because they
ridiculous.
were already
I mean
in before
Alabama
they
beat
lost.
Georgia. Alabama destroyed Georgia this year.
And then they got, yeah. But I'm saying, like, the reality is, I heard this said that the reality is they don't have the best 12 teams in the playoffs. They don't. I mean, I'm
They
sorry,
don't.
JMU. I'm sorry, Tulane. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
you
Those
should
guys are
be.
not.
It should be
JMU and
Power
Tulane,
Four. It
yeah.
really should be Power Four
No, it should be the
schools.
best 12 teams. And you know what? I'll tell you what it's going to happen. They're going to end up expanding to 16 teams. It's
Yep,
going to
Please
happen.
don't.
and then you'll
I've
have
even heard
17
is
through
it
20
do you know
freak
the
out because
FCS
they're not
is
in there.
do you know the FCS is 24 teams? I think I read the FCS, which is the lower level down.
That's
I
It's
don't think
24
it's.
teams.
insane.
I mean, you'll
That's
have
too
teams like
much.
Liberty sneaking in there at that point. It's just
Yeah.
you'll have
They
Orange
have
Then,
to go at
Cassidy
least
then you'll have
16.
doing
They
it.
have to go 16 teams. They
then you'll
have to
have
go
terrible
16
schools
teams.
like Michigan making it. Ew, no.
And Bryce
That's
kills a
disgusting.
genuine conversation by speaking.
Yeah. But what do you, so if we have a quick second, what do you guys think about Notre Dame not turning down a bowl game?
I mean, if you decide to turn on a bowl game, you almost have to understand the fact that you're gonna hamper yourself.
Yep.
Every other team who made that is because they earned it. Now, my question is, are like BYU lost to was it Duke? Was it
They
Duke?
lost Texas Tech, right?
Texas Tech, sorry.
Yeah,
My
they
Yeah.
did.
question is, where's Texas Tech?
No, West. Oh, West somewhere.
Like, why are they not in over a two-game?
Texas Tech is in. Texas
Oh,
Tech
they
Because
are
is
in?
in.
Oh,
Yeah, they're I want to say the top four. Yeah.
a lot of times, let's be honest, they don't really actually look at strength of schedule. They never have. Because if that's
No.
the case, teams would
Believe
never
them.
be ranked as high as they have been. Alabama shouldn't have been as high as they have been for the longest time because
Yeah.
their strength
Alabama,
of
they're
schedule
always
compared to the other powerhouses was significantly weaker than most schools they had to face because the SEC during their powerhouse was bad. They
Do
were
you guys
bad.
think that Notre Dame not playing the bowl is smart? Do you think it's a
No,
smart thing to do?
absolutely not.
Yeah.
No.
No, because it ruins money. It ruins money. It ruins sponsorships, and it ruins the image that the college football playoff has on you. So now they're going to be all eyes against you.
No, I think you're wrong. I think this is smart because I think it forces college football's hand. When your marquee team is not playing in the
I
postseason
agree.
on a bowl game, I mean, marquee. Listen, Notre
That
Dame football,
realistically
regardless of what
should
we
be
say,
in.
right? That's going to hurt. It's going to hurt them. It's going to hurt college football to not have Notre Dame playing, and it's going to force them to make. It's going to force them to look at that team. That
Yeah.
it's going to force them to look at the system. I'm telling you right now, it's 16 teams. You're going to see it happen.
Another thing that I think hurts them unjustifiably so is the fact that they're not in the conference. Like, oh,
But
you don't
they'll
have a
never be in a
conference
conference.
championship.
They're not
But
going to
yeah,
be in a
no,
conference.
it's
They'll never be
stupid.
in a conference.
They shouldn't take that into consideration. Like
Because
that
they,
should
they,
never
they
be
make too
a
much
thing.
money. They'd lose money if they went into a
Yeah,
conference.
yeah.
That's right. You'll never see Notre Dame be in a conference. They're an institution.
They're never gonna be the biggest school in the Big Ten. Never gonna be
But
the
they have
biggest
their own
school in
contract.
the
They
SEC. They do.
yeah,
Yeah,
they also have their own television contract because
yeah,
of who they are. They don't need to be in a conference. They don't need it.
yeah. They don't.
Yeah.
They're Notre Dame. People will want to go there
Right.
because of Lou Holtz
Well,
historically.
what we're going to do is we're going to revisit Bryce and my dad's picks the week of the Super Bowl to see how they did.
Awesome.
If you guys enjoyed this, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you think, what your brackets will look like. If
Mine's
you think the
perfect,
Chiefs
by the
are
way.
in, just don't comment at all. We don't need to know that. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, please
We
do.
don't care. We really
But
don't.
no, we really enjoy you guys watching this video. Thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Be sure to
See
check
you
out
guys.
the podcast.
Bye.
Bryce and I doing our usual stuff. See you guys.
Bye.
Peace.
I'm going to stop the recording.